got one excluded, it's going to stop the other one. Also, do I only have one hitching post up here or something? No, I got two. Also, how are those chickens going? Because I've been like hyper focused. And we have a foal that needs to die. Hold on. Sorry, orange horse spotted. We have 86 chickens, man. Those chickens are not breeding. Not breeding fast enough. How are you going with your eggs? Because obviously that batch exploded. I am not seeing any... Oh, there they are. 20 fertile eggs. That should be enough. But we had 30 waiting before. And I don't see the results of that. Like, we've got 40 young ones. I could probably kick them out into the main areas. And when this 20-odd hatch, it might be enough. But I want to wait until, like, they're basically at 100, like with the ducks. And then I'll kick them out. Also, the ducks kind of, like, haven't reached their quota yet. The thrombos, though. Thrombos ended up actually, like, reproducing a little bit. And the panthers are getting back up. We keep kind of losing our supply of panthers. What happened? Is it saving or... I didn't pause. Okay. I don't know what that was. I might, while they're doing shit, because I know it's going to take them a while to build something, especially that door, that's going to take them a while. I might take the time to start equipping people with weapons, because we did make some. I'm also picking up all of these clothes and chucking them in the caravan. I just want to check. Animals still got food. A dystopia. Even ducks have quotas. Well, my duck quota. Hold on. We got wildlife at the moment. Let's try to catch most of those. Actually, nah. Let's just get rid of them. I got a cougar in here too. That's just a lot of meat. The muffaloes are probably going to attack me too when I attack them because there's a lot of them at once. So basically we were trying to replenish the animal supply because at one point we had to cull 2/3 of the base in animals. So the ducks were trying to get back up to having at least 10 males, which is a lot. At one point we only had like one or whatever. We're trying to get the female ducks and chickens up to having like 50 odd. And at the moment we've got like 20 odd adults, which isn't bad. It means that obviously we can get like 20 eggs every couple of days. I think it's like every 3 days you get eggs from them. We got a lot of sheep at one point, and I actually had to put a cull on that, but there's still a lot of like little sheep and stuff. So we're getting a lot of sheep. The cows are kind of getting back up into numbers. The muffaloes are pretty much almost there. The cats were a bit of a problem. The cats and the panthers were a problem for a bit. So the cats were eating all the eggs, therefore we couldn't get ducks and we couldn't get chickens. I'm just gonna have some water because my voice is like fucked right off. I just realized I'm like, I don't even have my neck warmer on. It's probably like temperature. But anyway, yeah, so my like cats and panthers were just eating all of the eggs wherever they happened to be laid. And I'm gonna clear my throat. There we go. If that doesn't work, I don't know. I tend to find like 3 hours into stream, my voice just craps out and then it comes back and it's fine. I don't really get it, but anyway, it does it regularly enough. But yeah, I gave them a heap of food so they'd hopefully stay the fuck out of the food that I was cutting, and it's kind of working. I told you they'd go nuts. Yeah, they're right next to turrets, so if they go berserk, we're fine. But yeah. Alright, I need to get people to have fucking guns. I know I'm a little bit all over the place. I kind of like, basically I changed the entire crops to be all rice. We're trying to get like a mega haul of rice at the moment, which we will. The rice was supposed to give us extra food so that then I could barter with it. But if I could get 2 batches of rice, I could give them some rice in here as well. And then I could literally just kind of, I don't know, I could keep them out of eating all of this, which means it grows, which means more harvest, and yeah. Then hydrate, but was that someone set it up to be redeemable once per half hour? Well, that's because originally people were like chug, chug, chug every time I had like the drink redeem available. And I'm like, I ended up just taking sips of my drink and shit. But like some people were like trying to encourage me to like need the toilet and shit like halfway through my stream. Um, and yeah, I had to change some shit because originally my streams were like 3 hours, right? And so many people were redeeming hydrate, which was great. It's just that I would need a toilet break after like an hour and a half because I'd already drunk my whole drink bottle, or I had to pause the redeem because I had no more water left. So yeah, I changed it. The other thing too was obviously I had a lot of people that were like, because it was redeemable every 10 minutes, some people would sit here and spam it. Like literally just put a timer on and just sit here and spam it every 10 minutes. So then I wouldn't make it to the end of stream without needing a bathroom break and stuff. So I got like annoyed at that. So I'm like, I put a limit per stream. I put a time delay on it, and I put a limit per person. So that anybody that was like sitting here like redeeming it nonstop couldn't like perpetually do it all stream long. Like they'd run out and they'd have to go find something else to amuse themselves with. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that have got very interesting hobbies. Shadow. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I don't want to say like they've got like weird fetishes or something, but I as far as I'm concerned, that's what's going on. People are like, maybe I can make the streamer pee, you know? I don't know. That's how I kind of see it. Anyway. So doing the concern meme right now. Look, all I'm thinking of is like I'm assured that you're probably doing the, you know, the guy that's like just staring kind of thing. But all I'm thinking of is, you know, the little brown dog that's just like woefully unimpressed. That's what I'm thinking. I should really bring that in. I haven't set it up or anything. I was gonna get people to have, I was gonna allocate people to have weapons. So we're gonna jump around a little bit. I have a friend who only comes into my stream sometimes, but every time he does, he spams the hydrate redeem. Yeah, I remember you saying that you've got it on like once per stream or something like that. I've been going out of my way to take the redeem because you said that it's only once per stream. And I'm like, if I steal it right at the beginning, the guy can't use it even if he does turn up. I know that sounds like really fucking rude, but I'm like, I've been doing that on purpose. And I'm like, I know you've literally just started stream in most cases, but I'm like, yeah, it's still there. And how funny would it be if it wasn't available? I think someone complained about that, so I made it once per person now. Yeah, I was wondering, because I'm like, I've seen it redeem like a couple of times now. But yeah, I just know that like I've had all kinds of people want to use different redeems for different things and stuff. And so for me, whenever I see something that somebody's like, oh, I've had to purposely like change this because such and such has been a problem or something, and I'm like, oh, I can help resolve that. If it's not available at all, I don't know. I should really just leave that shit alone. I don't know what it is of people wanting streamers to drink, but people are real interested in it. Yeah, I figure like to some degree it is a nice thing to remind. Like I have had during summer, I've had reminders put up like pinned to stream that have been like, you know, remind me to hydrate please, and like I'll drop the redeem down to like every like 10 minutes or something like that, so that people can literally just redeem it super frequently, because there are days, and there have been days, like not this summer but last summer, I had it was really hot. My air conditioners broke and I was sweating non-stop around the clock, and it was really bad for my health. So even though I was drinking a lot of water all day long, I couldn't drink enough water to compensate for what I was losing. So I just had to have people kind of remind me. And honestly, people do get over redeeming stuff when you're like asking for them to like redeem like all health. But at the same time, like, you know, I kind of like, if I need to remember for like health purposes, like some people have got like a remember to have pills or something like that. reminder and stuff like that. Like if they've got to remember to take medicine at a certain point in stream, they have a reminder for that and all sorts of stuff. Everybody's got different shit, you know. The health craze, I don't fucking know. Well, I don't think that's what you said, but that's what I went with. Shadow. Sorry, Albert. I'm defaulting to fucking Shadow tonight, apparently. Some streamers have nice chat. Who cares about the health? My chat is just full of gremlins. The other thing too is your chat will be what you allow it to be as well. Like, I generally have in here, I've got like, I encourage people to be like kind and welcoming, considerate others and supportive and stuff, because like, I don't know, I've been through enough shit as is. I don't really want to turn up and stream and have people sit here and like get their rocks off bullying me for hours on end and stuff like that. Like, I wouldn't enjoy that and stuff. Like, I had in the beginning, I had a few people that were just shit cunts and made me feel like as soon as I saw them appear in stream, I was just like, it's this person. Like, I automatically just felt like pressured by their existence kind of thing, and I hated that. And so obviously, like, after a while I just started enforcing my own rules and stuff, and of course they didn't like that, but at the same time I'm like, if you don't like it, you don't have to be here in my community and stuff. Like, I have the rules set up to make me feel comfortable. If I'm not feeling comfortable, if I don't want to stream, like, I need to enforce what makes me comfortable kind of thing, you know? It's that kind of people I hang out with. I don't know. I can't comment on that. It's like, you're friends with who you're friends with. I don't know. I don't have a lot of friends. I have some friends, I just don't have a lot. That's by choice. I don't tolerate a lot of shit. So I've tolerated shit and I've found that it's not worth it. So I just have less friends. I have good quality friends for the friends that I do have. So yeah, I find that I would rather have one or two really great people than have like 50 shit people. And same goes for streaming. I would rather have like a maximum capacity of like 300 really amazing people that I've found somewhere across the internet that love to be here and love to be a part of my community, respect me and my rules and what makes me comfortable to be able to stream to them, than, you know, people that legitimately don't give a fuck and will move on to next streamer as soon as like I'm offline, just to like continue, you know, enjoying bullying and shit. Hey, Bubba. He's slapping me at cheese. I hug the cool stream Republic. No, thank you, Bubba. Good morning to you too. I will hydrate too. I almost missed that. Holy shit. Hold on. Oh man. Yeah, that's on you then. Well, I had a streamer friend tell me there's someone in your chat. You go, not them, just ban them. She was like, if you hate them being there, your chat probably hates them too. Yeah, so that's a really good point. So the thing is, like, you'll always come across people that are just going to be dickheads in some capacity. And the thing is, like, if you, like, consider it like this. Like, I know that not everybody streams for the capacity of being, like, I don't know, it as a job and stuff like that, right? I know a lot of people just do this for fun. But could you imagine turning up to your job every single day, right? And you're the owner of that business, right? So you have all the entitlements to tell people to fuck off if you want to, right? But you allow somebody to come in and make your day awful every single day just because, well, you've known them for a while, they've always been around, and it would seem weird to just like X them out of like your life now after this amount of time. But the thing is, you dread every single day that they're going to come in and make your day shit. Also, my voice just crapped out on me. I'm not getting emotional. It happens. Like, you have to prioritize what you're willing to deal with, kind of thing. Like, at first, starting streaming and stuff, I was like, oh, like, you know, I should be kind of tolerant. I don't know what all these people are coming from, going through, whatever. And then after a while, I was like, no, some of these people, like, legitimately just like, I don't know. I feel so awful when they're around. And I'm like, as soon as I remove them, like, it hurt a little bit to remove them. Like, I felt a bit bad for it. And then after a short period of time, I just noticed that the overall quality of the people that I had around was just better. And it really shined when somebody comes in and they don't kind of like fit in that sort of community, in that kind of like atmosphere. It stands out way more when you get rid of like the couple of bad ones. And the thing is, like, as you slowly like improve the quality of like your community and stuff like that, because that's what it is. Like, yeah, I found that like choosing to have nice people around that were genuinely here because they enjoy being here and stuff like that, I tended to find that other people that were coming in would also notice that, hey, this is a really nice community, and like they didn't want to be shit cunts and stuff like that. Even some of the people that were kind of shit cunty were like, you know what, I like being here. It's one of the few places where I can just be and enjoy, you know, not being awful for like a little while. And I'd hear people say, you know, I'm not like this elsewhere, and I'm like, that's fine. You can be whatever you want to be elsewhere, but as long as you respect my rules here, that's fine. You can definitely be part of my community and shit. I don't know. I feel like I've like, I feel like I've like gone down like a rabbit hole. Yeah. But yeah, I do agree with your streamer friend that if you literally find yourself not enjoying that like individual joining your chat in streams and stuff like that, you're probably better off just removing them. And it can be really difficult, especially if it's somebody that you know personally. Like, the thing is, it can get really, really messy if you know somebody personally and they're in your community, but they don't respect your rules. The other thing too is like, yeah, I can't think of like your rules off the top of my head because like I have my rules in my head and I'm streaming right now, so I have to be aware of like what I do enforce of my own and stuff. But the thing is, like, I kind of think that like, set your boundaries, and as much as it's really difficult, if somebody doesn't respect those boundaries, you need to remove them. Because this isn't about being friends with them, this is about being literally like what you'll allow or what you'll tolerate people doing to you. If you allow one person the leeway to be a shit cunt to you, everybody else is going to expect that they can treat you that way too. And when they get in trouble for not being allowed to treat you that way, they're going to point the finger and say, why does that person get to do it? And if your answer is, they're my friend, like, there is going to be some level of judgment there. Like, I know a lot of people aren't going to care if they get judged and shit, but it's going to be like, oh, you allow your friends to treat you like shit, but you want other people to respect you. That's conflicting. You know, I don't know. It gets fucking difficult. This is why, like, I literally told nobody when I started streaming that I was streaming. I don't want fucking nobody I know in here. Like, Grim knows me. Grim's here. He was here earlier, I should say. But, like, Grim's never fucking expected to be here. Like, in the beginning, he sort of was to kind of, like, help me. Because, like, he understood streaming. And he watched a lot of streamers. And I was completely, absolutely new to this. So his input was invaluable. But Grim is also the kind of guy that I fully understand who he is, and he fully understands who I am. And we respect each other's differences and appreciate what makes us different. But we also, like, we have that leeway kind of thing. Like, I know that there's certain things he likes to do in games that absolutely drive me nuts. But it's Grim. And I would tolerate that for Grim kind of thing. But at the same time, in my stream, like, Grim is very mindful and stuff like that. So, you know, I appreciate that kind of stuff. So it kind of goes in the both ways. Like, I'm not giving a good example because, like, I can't fucking think. But, like, you guys sort of get what I'm on about with that anyway. So what's the streaming? I'm new here. But Bubba, you're always fucking new here. You're so new here, you have a fucking panther named after you. Hold on. I'm not going to zoom in on him because I'm going through my stuff at the moment. You're so new. You've had a bubba here since the fucking beginning of the colony. Ah, I accidentally clicked off him. I don't know where I started in there. Ah, it's fine. We'll go back through it. Right, my chat respects me. Cheese to the face. Yeah, I don't mind the cheese slap though. I find that the cheese slap's like an okay one kind of thing because it's never like if somebody ran up to me and threw a piece of cheese in my face in real life, I'd be probably pretty confused. Like I'd want to hope that they'd like handled it with clean hands at least, and that it was a fresh, recently chilled piece of cheese. But like, I go wash my face. I deal with that, right? But I'm not expecting that shit in reality. The other thing too is I also hold boundaries in my chat with what I wouldn't tolerate in real life. For instance, I don't mind the concept of a virtual hug. I would not want to be hugged in person. I also wouldn't shake people's hands, just out of FYI, because OCD, hand washing and shit. But like, when people are like, oh, lays on acrylic's laps or thigh or something, or uses acrylic's thighs as like head pillow or something like that, I immediately say no, because that's really uncomfortable. That's not something I'd let somebody do. And on top of that, I'm also in a relationship too, so you know, that's not cool. But yeah, there's certain things, like I know a lot of people like to do the whole like you know, like some streamers have like the kiss redeem and stuff like that, like, you know, gives kisses or blows kisses or something like that. Like, I immediately don't have stuff like that because it's not something I'm comfortable with. Like, I wouldn't walk up to somebody and like blow a kiss at them. I wouldn't kiss some random person to begin with, kind of thing. Like, there's a whole heap of boundaries. Mind you, I'm probably like a lot stricter than like the average kind of person, because a lot of my boundaries, being asexual and stuff like that, are pretty non-sexual to begin with. So like, there's a lot of stuff there that I don't like. But on the other side, like, it's just like, as I said, like shit that makes me comfortable. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make me comfortable. Like, if somebody comes in and they make me uncomfortable on stream, I've said this before, but like, if somebody comes in and they start backseating, it makes me uncomfortable, I'll make them so fucking uncomfortable in return. I did that shit on purpose because I'm like, you know, I don't know, I'll go about the response of like telling them off and also like proceeding to be like really uncomfortable. And it's like, yeah, well, you made me uncomfortable. Now we all get to be uncomfortable, you know? So that's how that shit flows. I don't know. It's just like that here. Well, lol. It's all very true. Because I don't mind cheese to the face as long as it's clean. This is the most acrylic thing I've ever heard. Literally. Like a return to sender approach. I love it. Yeah, I kind of like look at it like that though. It's kind of like, I have like a lot of like respect for, like, if I go into somebody's stream, for instance, and they're cool with stuff that I'm not cool with in my stream, I'm cool with that. I don't mind like indulging in whatever makes them happy and shit in their stream, as long as when they come to my stream they respect my rules and the boundaries that I've set and stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, it's a bit of like respect what other people's needs and shit like that, but it's also a bit of like, I don't know, I don't know, my boundaries are mostly like, you know, kind of along the lines of like his shadow, a fucking Albert, oh my god, mate, sort of said, is kind of like, it's sort of like a do unto others, kind of what I'd want done onto me kind of thing. Like, I like my community kind of being nice and supportive. Why are you guys, I know you're loading that. I like my community being nice and supportive and stuff like that, because like, I don't know, I really wouldn't want to sit here and just be bullied and stuff while I stream. Not something I'd enjoy, which would make me sad and depressed, which of course would make the stream really horrible to sit through and stuff. And like, yeah, like if you go through like any of my videos on YouTube, if you go through like probably February-ish, probably around February-ish, if not before that, maybe August. last year or the year before. I probably set a lot of my like rules up then. Well, I had a lot of rules to begin with, but nobody was kind of like adhering to them. A few people did. A few people sort of got to know me, questioned them, understood why they're important and valid and stuff. But a lot of people just didn't adhere to it. And like I've lost a lot of people to my various rules. Some people that I really even very much liked, and liked having around and stuff, but they just weren't willing to respect my boundaries, and it made me uncomfortable more often than it didn't. And, you know, it caused problems for my streams and my community and stuff like that for what is and isn't acceptable. And they had to go. And I'm not going to be somebody that's going to have like a super ultra massive community, you know? Like I'll probably lose like a lot of people to like various rules and stuff like that, but at the same time, these are people that were never going to respect my boundaries and let me be comfortable doing what I'm doing in the first place. So were they really members of my community in the first place? You know? Whereas the people that will be around, the people that, you know, like me, respect my boundaries and stuff, and participate in my community and are nice and stuff like that, like they'll find like a nice place here kind of thing, you know, and they'll probably be around for ages, and it will be very much like the kind of community that I don't know, the kind of culture that I've put work into. I don't know the words. My brain's just not giving me English today. But like I've worked pretty hard to get the community vibe that I've got, and that's just a lot of enforcement, a lot of momentary discomfort, sometimes even stress. Like there's been some people that I've X'd out of my community, and I've lamented over them for days and weeks and stuff prior to my decision. And, you know, then I've made the decision and it's been awful for a little bit, and then everything's just been a lot nicer. And I've been like, no, I've made the right decision. Some people I still genuinely question if I've made the right decision about. Some people I still kind of like feel like it was a shame that they had to go, because they just, no matter how many times I asked them to follow the rules, they just wouldn't listen, or they'd laugh at it or something like that. And, you know, it's just like a shame, because I'm like, they seemed like they really wanted to be here, but they weren't willing to commit to like what makes me comfortable, you know? And, you know, at the end of the day, I'm the streamer. I'm the one that this community's kind of like centered around, not in like the fucking selfish, oh, I'm so great and important shit of way, but in like the, it wouldn't exist if I didn't start it kind of way. So yeah, that's kind of how I look at it. It's like, it exists because I stream, and I've set up the time making discords and all sorts of stuff, which people can then like hang out in and communicate in and stuff. And yeah, you cannot walk. Wait, are you down? Ah, yeah, he's down. That's fine. I'm just trying to get everybody to have a weapon, because I'm really concerned that we're just going to get like a fucking battle again. I'm not really sure where we are in this list. The crap. I think it's like the second. Yeah, we're up to there. It's fine. It's really hard at this point to see where the fuck I'm up to. Also, no worries, Captain. I see you being cozy. Your capybara emote is adorable, by the way. I've got to add the appendix to my name. Make it Orbit Shadow or something. Look, I don't mean to keep like calling you Shadow, because I know you've changed it, but it still slips every so often, because like if I refer to you to like, if I'm mentioning what you've been up to like Nick or something like that in like context of something, I need to mention your name, Shadow, and that way he knows who the fuck I'm on about, because that makes it confusing for him. Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I think he was watching some anime the other day. He's like, do you know what's great? And I'm like, or whatever anime was great or something like that. And I'm like, does it happen to be the, what is it? The solo dungeon thing? And he's like, that's also great. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard about it from